Hard Rockology show, Chris, Matt, and Jason, and we're back talking with Marc Storace of Krokus.
Well, I do have one question regarding the new live album, Long Stick Goes Boom. Once again, this will be available in the States around April 20th. I'm going through the track list, and I know you mentioned Headhunters, probably your favorite album.
There's only one song off.
There's only one song in there, Screaming in the Night. And one of the albums that gets the most notice is Metal Rendezvous, which is actually one of my favorite Krokus albums.
Here comes the argument that he mentioned a couple of minutes ago about not every fan being happy. So,
well, I'm going to ask you this. I mean, was that something that you guys were struggling with, or is it fair to say that a bulk of the band really likes a lot of the Metal Rendezvous album, and there was maybe some contention in regards to the Headhunter album, in regards to the tracks?
Why didn't we put more from the Headhunter album?
Exactly, because a lot of people, most of your fans would say that's the songs, most of the songs that they really want to hear, or that they really embrace Krokus to.
Yeah, well, we came away from the metal stuff very much. I mean, there's less of a metal accent and more of a hard rock, blues influenced hard rock on the whole live album, and there's also a touch of pop in there, the melody.
Exactly.
Because melody is one of our strengths. I would like to insist. Hallelujah. Yeah. American Woman fits in as a cover because it's also very melodic. The most melodic song is Tokyo Nights. The guitar solo is a cathedral of melody. Then comes Fire with another cathedral, epic melodic guitar solo. And, then we get Slightly Dirty, and then comes Screaming in the Night, epic ballad. But we didn't do Headhunter, we did say Hellraiser, which is bluesier. Headhunter is full double bass drum and all metal, to us. And we just feel it fits more to what Krokus represents today.
And what I'm sitting there saying is I'm looking at the track list, and like I said, Metal Rendezvous is one of my favorite albums from you guys. And to see those 4 songs, Fire, Tokyo Nights, and Bedside Radio. Yeah. I mean, to me, those
interesting. It's an interesting set on the live album.
Yeah, those were staples for me growing up. Those songs, and to hear that you guys are still playing those songs today, I mean, and to me, that's really the stuff I really want to hear. And I'm really glad that you're incorporating a lot of that first album into the set list. So for me, you're making a happy fan.
Yeah, I mean, Metal Rendezvous was actually what got me into Krokus. I heard the demos to that album and flew over. It's as simple as that. And then, as I said before, the band changed style, with the next album, Hardware. We became harder. And now we're glad to, when we look back and objectively, we've had a lot of time to do that. You see that there's a lot in the songs from Metal Rendezvous that is representative for what Krokus stands for over all the years. And it's kind of a scale, to measure our songwriting capabilities. If they stand up to Metal Rendezvous, then we're still close to our roots,
Okay, Mark, you got the new album out, Dirty Dynamite, the new live album out, like we've been talking about, Long Stick Goes Boom. Matt and I want to thank you for coming on the show, but we just want to find out, where can people find out about Krokus, and what are the plans in 2014 for you?
Well, we're going on tour again. We're looking forward. The first few dates are in Germany, and then we've got festivals coming up. Please stay up to date. If you're backpacking it around Europe, maybe you can join us on 1 or 2 dates. Everything is updated on krokusonline.com, so you can catch up with any new concerts, and later on we'll see what destiny has in store for us, because next year Krokus celebrates 40 years of its existence, and we have to think of something, how to celebrate that, obviously.
Well, I want to say congratulations to almost 40 years with Krokus. I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we just get some promoters to put them on a big bill with some other bands, and they'll be in the States celebrating 40 years of hard rock, heavy metal.
So I know there's an audience out here to see you guys, and I'm hoping, like I said, I never had the chance to see you guys in the 80s, and it's always been one of the things I've always wanted to see, was see you guys play live. So hopefully...
You can always fly to Switzerland, dude.
I might just do that. There's a lot of good music over there, so why not check out some of those bands, but check out Krokus as well.
Yeah, there's some good festivals happening in Europe, just to get a taste and confirm what people say about Krokus being a great live band to see in the 80s. During the 80s, we played, so much in the USA and Canada, and back through the USA, back up through Canada, way back down again, and we got dizzy touring there. It was so great. It was the best place in the world to tour, and we definitely love to come back. And before we call it a day, because we're not getting younger, and what better time than now, when the band really is back in top form. So fingers crossed, and keep the hopes up, and let's hope that a good tour will be put together, and we can come over and rock you all.
Well, Mark, I want to thank you, as does my brother, for joining us on the
Thank you very much for joining the show.
For joining the Hard Rockology show, and like we do with all of our guests, why don't you go ahead and pick one of your favorite Krokus songs, and go ahead and introduce that song, and take us out of the interview.
Okay. Well, being the lead singer of Krokus, lead singers have a passion for ballads, and I'm one of those guys too. Although I love a great pumping song any day. But, Screaming in the Night is still one of the top songs in my heart, and, I'll sing that any day. And it's all on a video. We did a great video for that, and you can catch that on YouTube, and enjoy.
All right, so just in case you've been living on a desert island, you haven't heard this song.
Or under a rock. This is Krokus, Screaming in the Night, on the Hard Rockology show.